Hello and welcome to Roving Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Swati, and the highlights of today's program are: Sarbananda Sonowal-led government pledges development in Assam. Tea processing unit set up in Tripura to benefit small tea growers. Sikkim girl niche a position in a male-dominated business industry. Youngsters from Manipur take up fashion designing as profession. After registering a thumping electoral victory in Assam, Sarbananda Sonowal and his cabinet took oath at a mammoth ceremony held in Guwahati. The new government promised development and corruption-free governance in the state. We have a report.
মই শ্ৰী সৰ্বানন্দ সোণোৱালে ঈশ্বৰৰ নামত শপত খাই কওঁ যে বিধিৰ দ্বাৰা স্থাপিত ভাৰতৰ সংবিধানৰ প্ৰতি মই প্ৰকৃত বিশ্বাস আৰু
At a grand swearing-in ceremony hosted at Veterinary College Playground in Guwahati, 53-year-old Sarbananda Sonowal took oath as Assam's first BJP chief minister. 10 other elected representatives, including MLAs from Assam Gana Parishad and Bodo People's Front, also took oath at this ceremony. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a dozen union ministers and chief ministers of 13 other states graced the occasion. Modi said the centre would extend all assistance to Assam and other northeastern states to ensure speedy development of the region.
मुझे विश्वास है कि हमेशा प्रसन्न चित्त रहने वाले सर्बानंद जी असम के सर्बानंद के लिए कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ेंगे। पूरी मेहनत और लगन के साथ असम के भाग्य को बदलने के लिए पूरा प्रयास करेंगे। उनकी पूरी टीम भी समय का पूरा उपयोग असम वासियों के कल्याण के लिए करेगी, ऐसा मुझे विश्वास है।
Sonowal, who served as Union Minister for Sports and Youth Affairs and MOS for Entrepreneurship and Skill Development, said his government will work to make Assam corruption-free and curb infiltration.
আমিও অসমৰ ৰাইজৰ ওচৰত প্ৰতিজ্ঞাবদ্ধ অসমখন বিদেহীমুক্ত কৰিব লাগিব, দুৰ্নীতিমুক্ত কৰিব লাগিব আৰু প্ৰদূষণমুক্ত কৰিব লাগিব।
In a historic election, the BJP won 60 seats in Assam's 126-member assembly. Its alliance partners AGP and BPF won 14 and 12 seats respectively.
Once considered a hub of militancy, Brahmakunda village in Tripura is now reviving tea gardens as peace and prosperity return to the state. Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar recently inaugurated a modernized central tea processing factory. Take a look.
The modernized central tea processing factory at Brahmakunda in Tripura has been set up at a cost of Rs 8.35 crores with around half the amount as financial assistance from the Northeast Council. The factory was inaugurated by Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar. The Chief Minister appealed to the private tea garden owners of the state to invest in the sector by setting up processing factories and assured all help from the government.
এর মধ্যে কয়েকটা বাগান আমরা ভেস্ট করেছি, অর্থাৎ বাগানগুলোকে খাস ডিক্লেয়ার করেছি। মালিকরা পালিয়ে গেছে, শ্রমিকদের মজুরি দিচ্ছে না, পাওনা দিচ্ছে না, তাদের খোঁজ খবর পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না। এই বাগান থেকে তারা সবকিছু সংগ্রহ করেছে, লুট করেছে, এখন শ্রমিকদের দেখবার কেউ নেই। সেই বাগানগুলো আমরা ভেস্ট করেছি, খাস ডিক্লেয়ার হয়েছে। আমাদের রেভিনিউ ডিপার্টমেন্ট সেই বাগানগুলো আমরা আমাদের হাতে নিয়ে এসেছি।
Tea growers and workers are slowly returning to gardens as militancy is on the wane in the state. During the early 90s, most of the garden owners and workers had fled the tea estates due to rise in militant activities. The tea business suffered a huge loss. Tea production in the state is supplemented by small growers, who mostly grow tea in small holdings measuring 1 hectare or more.
जो स्मॉल ग्रोअर्स हैं उनको पत्ता पहले दूर दूर लेके जाना पड़ता था, अभी यहीं पर पत्ता उनको देंगे, उनको कॉस्ट ऑफ जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन था वो बच जाएगा।
The small tea growers of West Tripura district will get more sell proceed out of their green leaf, and that will help to get additional revenue, as well as that will also ensure quality production in this factory and improving the image of the state government.
At present, there are 54 tea estates besides 4,346 small tea growers in Tripura. An estimated 20,000 people are employed in small gardens. Tripura at present holds the 5th position after Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala in the list of 14 tea-producing states in the country. Tripura tea is now exported to Iran, Russia and America. There is also a plan to export green tea to Houston in America.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
A guard of honor and floral tributes were paid to the mortals of 6 Jawans who were killed in an encounter with terrorists in Manipur's Chandel district. The men belonged to a quick reaction team of Assam Rifles. The Coordination Committee, CORCOM, a conglomerate body of several underground outfits, has claimed to be behind the ambush. The militants exploded IEDs before they rained bullets on the Assam Rifles convoy. The Assam Rifle team also retaliated the attack. However, 6 personnel died at the spot and 7 other personnel were injured during the encounter. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh, who reviewed the situation with top security officials, directed the forces to make the strongest possible action against the terrorists involved. Reinforcements have been sent to the area and a massive combing operation is underway. On May 25, Chief of Army Staff Dalbir Singh visited the site and asked the troops to carry out relentless operations against the insurgent groups active in the region. Daily life in Manipur has been badly affected due to torrential rains in the past few days and consequent landslides, overflowing of rivers and flooding of low-lying areas in the hill districts. Water level in most rivers rose rapidly and they are now flowing above danger level. Schools, markets and other low-lying areas in and around Imphal have also been flooded. A portion of NH 102 which links Imphal to More has sunk nearly Tengnaupal police station in Chandel district and vehicular movement has been paralysed. The blockades of various national highways have caused massive inconveniences, thereby hampering the supply of various consumer goods and commodities and causing a slight inflation in prices of various commodities. Recently, 4 member legislators of the Naga People's Front, led by the NPF state leader Ongboy Nyumai, met Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh and Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju in Delhi and urged them to intervene in the state's functioning and control its acts that are allegedly detrimental to the Hill people. They were in the national capital to mount pressure against presidential assent for draft legislations. After their visit, they held a press conference organized by the Manipur Tribals Forum, Delhi. A year ago, the 4 former legislators resigned from the Manipur Assembly in protest against the haste with which 3 bills allegedly damaging to the people of the hills were passed by the state government. In 2015, the Manipur Assembly had passed 3 contentious bills: the Protection of Manipur People Bill 2015, the Manipur Land Revenue and Land Reform 7th Amendment Bill 2015 and the Manipur Shops and Establishments 2nd Amendment Bill 2015.
Rule says a government can move a resolution on one point resolution. On that day, the Manipur government moved a resolution in such a way that Article 3 should be amended. Manipur administration shall not be disturbed by having a kind of negotiated settlement with the Nagas. That Manipur territory should not be interfered. All kinds of points clubbing in one resolution.
Braving incessant heavy downpour, women of Manipur took out torch rallies in several parts of Imphal Valley under the aegis of the Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System Women Wing. Their rallies were planned as part of the ongoing mass movement aimed at securing the President's assent to the 3 bills passed by the Manipur Legislative Assembly on 31st August 2015 in order to protect the indigenous people of the state from the overwhelming influx of migrants. Around 200 to 300 women from Keshampat, Mutum Lekai, Thokcham Lekai, Kam Lekai, Kesham Lekai participated in the rallies. The JCI LPS has been demanding the establishment of a population commission and a land reforms commission as agreed between the committee and the state government in 2015. Justice Ved Prakash Vaish, a senior judge of the Delhi High Court, was recently sworn in as judge of the Meghalaya High Court. Chief Justice Dinesh Maheshwari administered the oath of office to the new judge at a ceremony at the High Court. He replaces Justice T.N.K. Singh, who retired earlier this year. Disposing cases would be his top priority, and he would try his best to address all issues presented before the court. He said, "The High Court of Meghalaya was earlier functioning under the supervision of Chief Justice Dinesh Maheshwari and Justice S.R. Sen. The swearing-in ceremony was attended by officials from the state government, police, senior lawyers and family members."
There is no dearth of talent in women of the Northeast, and they have brought laurels to the nation in various aspects, be it sports, music, fashion designing, or even in academics. But it is still very rare to find women leading in the technology sector and building her own entrepreneurial venture. Let me introduce you to Yongchen Yonzon from Gangtok, Sikkim, who rose in the ranks and within 10 months has been appointed the managing director of the client acquisition team of Meltwater, a software-as-a-service company founded in Oslo, Norway in 2001. A report.
Meet the 30-year-old Yangchen Yonchon, a leading female entrepreneur hailing from the beautiful state of Sikkim. Yonchon attended classes at Tashi Nyamgyal Academy, Gangtok. Afterwards, she moved to Delhi to pursue higher education. She completed her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology from Miranda House, University of Delhi. She followed with a Master's in Business Administration from FMS, University of Delhi in 2010. Yonchon started her career as Area Sales Manager for Eli Lilly in Kolkata, where she was first introduced to sales as a career. When she joined Meltwater in 2014, she was made a consultant, and since then, through her leadership and veracity, has achieved what she always dreamt of. It's rare to find women leading in technology companies, as this space has been largely dominated by men. But Yangchen's potential was duly recognized, and in 2015, she was promoted to the position of Managing Director of the company's client acquisition team. She is currently leading the business in 8 countries and earlier was managing more than 120 clients of Meltwater.
For me, female leadership is just about empowering yourself. It's not, I don't believe in, like a male versus female. Not that. But I think it's just about women becoming aware of their own potential and just being, just setting a goal for yourself and working towards that goal.
Yangchen always considered learning an interesting part of life and got into the corporate world through hard work and smart work. For Yangchen, her goal as an MD is very straight and simple, as she believes that this year is going to be a year of growth for the company in India. In the last 5 years, Yangchen and her team has been able to hire a productive set of people and also develop relevant capabilities and technology. She is further planning to expand the business in more cities and provide a platform to local talents, especially women, in terms of leadership.
I think when I go back, which I ultimately want to, I wouldn't want to do it in a generic way. Like, I would want to make sure that I'm able to utilize the kind of knowledge that I'm gathering at the moment, probably work alongside with the government as a consultant. I don't know, it could be that as well, or it could be setting up an ecosystem or a business that is going to give more jobs to the local youth there.
What we basically do is we focus a lot on hiring the potential, and one of the things which we found in Yangchen was the potential. We really saw that she basically has the eagerness to do well. She really had the leadership qualities which is required to become a leader of a global company. And of course, that is something which we really want to focus on going forward as well.
Benchmark in the world of business, inspiring thousands of youngsters, especially women. It is worth mentioning that Meltwater so far has helped develop a continuous flow of female leaders across the Middle East, Africa and India region.
India's Northeast has an immense artistic potential, and people from the region are considered to have a distinct sense of style. And now many youngsters have joined the Fashion Designing Institute. The Institute of Fashion Designing in Manipur is making the career of hundreds of people. We have a report.
SALAM PREMILA DEVI launched the Institute of Fashion Designing in Imphal in 2000, which has been imparting skill development training to the educated unemployed youths and middle-aged women in designing, embroidery, ready-made garments and handicraft products. She learned the art of fashion designing from Pepe Tailoring cum Embroidery Center and textile designing from Aruna Academy of Creative Arts, one of the best fashion institutes in the region. Devi was awarded an Outstanding Craftsperson for the year 2012 to 13 by the Directorate of Commerce and Industries, Manipur. She also participated in the National Handicrafts Fair 2016, New Delhi.
Huzik maki oina di sagi sarkari sahayta de kemta phangjadri sengna haini aina tawjariba myam se aina tawruraga kharaga tawraga.
Northeast does not have the required infrastructure compared to other parts of the country. But with peace returning in the region, the industry is maximizing its potential, not just in trade and commerce, but also in fashion. It's worth mentioning that people from the Northeast are known for their style statement. Dressed in Western attire, they can carry off easily, unlike people from other parts of the country. Fashion designers from the Northeast region have made their presence felt across the country as well as in international platforms, and many next-generation acclaimed fashion designers are emerging from the region.
Peace and development is the buzzword in the Northeast. Let's take a quick look at some development news from the region.
During their bid towards a greener and healthier future, students of the Northeast Institute of Social Science and Research recently took to the streets of supermarket Dimapur to present a skit on the dangerous consequences of consuming tobacco. The students also surprised people with a flash mob as part of their anti-tobacco campaign. Many states and cities in India have been trying to reduce the consumption of tobacco. In 2007, Chandigarh was declared the first smoke-free city of India. In 2010, Sikkim was declared the first smoke-free state in India, and in 2014, Himachal Pradesh became the second. According to the WHO Tobacco-Free Initiative, about 11% of the world's population lives in smoke-free or tobacco-free nations. Tripura has launched a mobile app known as MGPF for its employees to provide them access to details of the Grand Provident Fund account. With this step, Tripura has become a pioneer in this sector. Jointly initiated by the Accountant General and National Informatics Center, Agartala, this project was launched by Chief Secretary Yashpal Singh in the presence of Principal Chief Conservator of Forests, Director General of Police and other top officials of the state. The app will allow state government employees with allotted pins to access monthly credit and debit postage to their GPF accounts during the last 3 years' time anywhere on their smartphones. Other GPF-related information like eligibility to join GPF, rates and other conditions regarding GPF subscription, rules regarding advance, withdrawal and recovery of advances from GPF nomination, procedure for closing of GPF accounts, and final payments can also be accessed through the app. At the recently concluded Federation Cup 2016 in Guwahati, Kolkata's century-old Mohun Bagan Football Club thrashed Aizawl FC 5-0 in the final clash to lift the trophy for a record-breaking 14th time. JJ Lerpekhulla's 2 goals and one each by Soni Norde, Dhana Chandra Singh and Bikramjit Singh helped the club clinch their first victory of the season. Mohun Bagan's 14th win, the most by any club in the country in the prestigious tournament, will give them right to play in the Asian Football Confederation Cup after they missed out on the I-League title. They won the title after a gap of 8 years after their last triumph in 2008. Celebrating 50 years of service, the Rotary Club in Jorhat recently marked their Golden Jubilee under the theme Save Environment. A foundation stone was laid by Jorhat Deputy Commissioner Solanki Vishal Vasant. Club members and students of various schools and colleges of Jorhat took out a colorful cultural and environmental awareness rally. Thousands of neem saplings were also planted on the occasion and maximum care for the trees ensured. Jada Paeng, popularly known as the Forest Man of India, appealed to the people to plant at least one tree per person so as to protect the environment. He also gave neem saplings to hundreds of students to plant in their respective institutions to inculcate the habit of planting trees. The club has decided to set up a new dialysis center with 2 machines at Jorhat Christian Medical Center by 2016 end. Urban Development Minister Venkaiah Naidu recently announced a list of 13 cities selected in the second batch to be developed as smart cities in the country. Agartala and Imphal cities from Northeast region have been chosen based on their performance and development proposal. This will help boost connectivity and other services for both the cities. Lucknow, Warangal, Dharamshala, Chandigarh, Raipur, New Town Kolkata, Bhagalpur, Panaji, Port Blair, Ranchi and Faridabad are other cities in the country to be developed as smart cities.
Valencian town in Spain is known for the famous La Tomatina festival, where participants throw overripe tomatoes at each other. A similar festival was recently hosted in Shillong city in India's northeast. Take a look. Shillong, a city known as the abode of clouds, recently hosted India's first ever La Tomatina festival. Both locals and tourists made the most of the fun-filled festival that was organized to promote tourism in Meghalaya. Hundreds of people took part in the event that saw the use of several quintals of ripe tomatoes.
This is basically an international festival. They celebrate it all over the world. Then we'll be giving a platform to local and upcoming talents. Okay, local new talents. We're providing them with a platform to showcase their talents. These kind of shows, if we can organize from time to time, it'll only help promote tourism.
The festival was held in collaboration with Directorate of Horticulture Meghalaya and Khasi Jaintia Vegetable Sellers Association. The organizers made use of tomatoes discarded by local vegetable sellers.
As soon as you hear the word La Tomatina, immediately the word tomato comes to your mind. But exactly, it's not only about tomatoes. It's about, you have games here, you have a lot of activities here. And the fact of this, we're keeping this event is for people to have fun.
This is one of the biggest platforms for us so far. For us, this is a really big thing. And as far as the festival, I know it's a Spanish festival, which involves the tomatoes to each other, I think.
A music band comprising differently abled children from Bethany Society performed the event and won many hearts. The festival also hosted an exhibition where handicraft items and horticulture products were put on display. With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at AnyIndia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Swati signing off. Goodbye and take care.